You're listening to a bonus episode of the Afros and Pixie Dust podcast, Cinco de Miko, with me.
Hey, Diz friends. Welcome to a bonus episode of the Afros and Pixie Dust podcast. I am your host, June, and today is my baby's birthday. Yes, my firstborn, my daughter, K-May. Today's her birthday. She's born on May 5th, and I thought that it would be fun to give you guys this bonus episode of the two of us kind of playing around on our podcast interviews. She was helping me practice for future interviews, and we were kind of bored that day. So we thought we would talk about a couple of experiences that we had in the past and past trips that we had. And it was really good to kind of get her insight and to hear her point of view on her experiences in our past trips. We've gone to Disney World almost annually since she was about 18 months. And this kind of answers the age-old question of whether or not kids remember certain experiences at certain ages. And so one experience that we do talk about was her going to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique when she was about 5. And another experience that we talk about is her doing the Beignet Dash with me when she was about 6. So it's interesting to see the difference between the two experiences when it was about a year apart from each other. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is us just having fun. You get to kind of hear our banter and how we go back and forth in our everyday conversations. And without further ado, here is my interview with my daughter, K-May. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Afros and Pixie Dust. I'm your host, June, and today I am very excited. I have a super duper special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
My name is Miko Santil.
It's okay.
My name is Miko Santil, and I am the daughter of the host, and we are going to talk about the time when I went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Okay. Yes, I have a very special guest. She wasn't sure whether or not she wanted to say her whole government on air, but we'll call her Kay. And I have Princess Kay with me, and we are chilling today in the house, and she's been watching a lot of television, and so I decided we'd turn off the TV and we'll chat a little bit, and you guys can just listen in on us talking about one of our past experiences that I think would be a great topic for girls and for moms to hear, especially girls with natural hair and moms of girls with natural hair. So this trip was for your brother's 2nd birthday. So that was a little while ago, right? Yeah. Because he's going to be 4 this year. So that was in, 2017? Yes. So we went to Disney World in September. And we were celebrating your brother's 2nd birthday, but Mommy wanted you to have a day that kind of let you shine a little bit. And so we had a little princess day for you. Do you remember that trip?
Yes.
Okay. So the K day of our trip was spent at Magic Kingdom. And we did a few things. But one of the extra special things we did was you went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and that was your first time, your only time ever going there. And you didn't know that you were going, so you were surprised.
Yeah, and I never knew that you could actually go inside the Magic Kingdom inside inside the Magic Kingdom at Disney World.
Inside Cinderella's castle. Yeah, I think the last time we been in Cinderella's castle, you were still kind of young. We went to dinner or lunch there, but we haven't been back in a little bit. Let's talk about your experience at the boutique. So when we got to Magic Kingdom, you already had on a princess dress that your Auntie Marla's mom made for you. And what did you think of the dress that you had on?
I kind of liked it when I saw it. But then after when I wear it, I got a big bump on my back, so I didn't wear that dress anymore.
Yeah, so usually we rock undershirts under our dresses, but this time we didn't. And I think the sun and the heat of that zipper kind of did a number, but we lived and learned, and you've healed since then, right?
Yeah.
So next time we'll make sure if you have a zipper on, we'll make sure you got something underneath it so that you're good to go, right? But overall, you like the dress? Yeah, she did a great job, and she put a lot of love and care into that dress. And I think you looked beautiful, if I do say so myself. So when we got to the salon, we checked you in, and then we had to sit down and wait for your turn. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the wait? How did you feel when you got there and realized that you were going to get a salon appointment?
I felt actually surprised because first I told you that I didn't know that we could go inside Cinderella's castle, and second because I never went there before.
Yeah. So,
I thought I was going to get my nails done or something like that.
Yeah. And you didn't know you were going to get your hair done?
Yeah.
Because when we got there, your hair was like a little ponytail.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
And I think I blew it out that morning with the blow dryer just a little bit. So that's one of the requirements of going to the appointment. Your hair has to be washed and prepped, and ready for it to be styled. I did blow it out just so that she could have options for the different styles. There are a few styles to choose from. The most popular one is a princess bun, which you didn't choose. They have extension styles, they have a ponytail, and then they have kind of like a French braid style with extensions. So those are options. And Kimmy, which style did you choose?
I got the French braid.
Yeah, you got the 2 French braids with the extensions. Do you remember why you chose that style?
No.
Okay. I have a feeling you were feeling the colorful hair, because Mommy was rocking some colorful hair on that trip.
Wait, what? You what?
Yeah, I had the green box braids.
Wait.
Remember I had the Tafiti braids?
Oh, yeah. I see it. It's hard to see when it's in the little corner. That's why.
Yeah. We're looking at pictures from our trip, and that's what she's referring to. So, what did you think of the salon in general? The way it looked? What did you think of how the decor was?
It was, when I got there, I was super surprised. And then after, I was a little shy, but after, it was a lot more fun.
Yeah. So, once your fairy godmother in training came and got you and you sat down, what were you expecting?
I didn't really expect anything.
Okay. So, how did you feel getting your salon makeover?
I actually felt happy.
And why did you feel happy?
Because it was my first time, and it was and I enjoyed it very well.
Okay. Is it like so long ago you're kind of having a hard time remembering?
It's too hard.
Okay.
So by looking at the pictures, I'm kind of making it up.
You're making...
Kind of.
So, were you really surprised? Did you really enjoy it? Or is it like, oh, I forgot?
No, I was really surprised.
Okay. Well, I will say, from a mother's perspective, because, these trips are a lot about us as much as it is about them, I was excited to let you have this experience, but I was a little nervous because I had asked around and I didn't know about a lot of black girls that had gotten to go to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique to get their hair done, and I wasn't sure if there was anyone at the salon who would know how to style and manage your hair. And when we got there was a fairy godmother in training that had a hairstyle similar to mine. She had box braids, and she had them in a little side ponytail, and her name was actually similar to yours. Her name was Clemmy. So I was like, oh, this is like meant to be. And so I went up to her and I asked her if she would take you as a client, and she was very, very happy to do so. And so that made Mommy happy, and I did enjoy watching her do your hair and your makeup and your nails. And when they were all done, do you remember what they did last? They gave you a little bit of pixie dust. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. Do you remember what she said?
No.
But I think that was really cool that you got some pixie dust on your hair. And then afterwards, we went and took pictures in the shop, the Castle Couture shop. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you like that experience?
Yes.
What did you like about it?
Well, I really liked my brother wearing the frog outfit.
He was the frog to your princess?
He was super cute with the little headband, with googly eyes on it for the frog.
Yeah, he made a really cool prince, if I do say so myself. So we got to take pictures, and the whole family actually got to get involved and take pictures at the Castle Couture photo spot. And I thought that was really fun and cool, and it was a great memory. And then, do you remember the special thing that we got to do afterwards? So afterwards, we actually got to visit Princess Tiana. And what made it so special was that we didn't have a fast pass to meet her, and she actually wasn't meeting anyone without a fast pass. And we were gifted a fast pass because one of the cast members loved the way we were dressed and loved our family, and they allowed us to go meet her. And I thought that was really nice of them to do that for us. What do you think?
That was super nice. I didn't even think that.
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on. You just knew you got to meet Princess Tiana.
I thought it was like every other princess you get to meet.
Yeah. So sometimes Princess Tiana doesn't have enough time to leave her restaurant to come and visit people in the parks, but it was really nice that she was able to make a little bit of time for some people. So when you left the shop, you got a little swag. Do you remember what you left the shop with?
What?
With the salon? So you still play with these things even now. You got a sash, and you got the book bag, and you got the makeup kit, and the brush, and the comb. Mommy stole the brush because that was a really good brush. I'm sorry. It slicks your edges down, and so Mommy borrowed the brush. So I still have that brush. And I don't know if you still have the extensions. I think those extensions got retired a little while ago.
Yeah, I think after you did a new hairstyle, we put it somewhere.
We brought them home, and you were playing with them at home. Yeah. Dang, girl, what's up with your memory?
I don't have a good memory.
Yes, you do. It was a little while ago, though, and you've had so many more great memories since then, so I know it's hard to remember everything.
Yeah, it's hard to remember everything.
Yeah.
Like what happened when I was born.
You remember what happened when you were born?
No.
Oh.
Not one thing.
Okay. I'll tell you that story a little later. But it was beautiful.
I don't have a good memory because I thought that when I was a little baby, like about 3 years old, I think, I snuck out of my crib and then went to the living room.
Yeah.
To watch TV, and then you guys caught me. That's what I thought.
Well, I'll tell you this. Number one, you never slept in a crib. You refused to.
What?
Number one, yeah. And number two, by the time you were 3, you were in a big girl bed because you refused to sleep in a crib. So that's very valid that you could have snuck out of your room and gone. I don't know how you got the TV on, but I can believe that. You're a very smart girl. So, all in all, would you say that you had a good experience at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique?
Yes, I did have a good experience. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you remember that it was a good experience, but you don't remember the exact details?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what exactly do you remember then?
I remember, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Take your time. I know I sprung this interview on you at the last second, so you didn't have time to prepare.
Yeah.
So what's one thing you remember from that experience?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. So would you want to do that experience again?
Yes. Please, yes.
And why would you want to do it again?
Because it was super fun.
But you don't remember anything from it. Or you can't pinpoint exactly. You just remember being there?
Yeah, I just remember being there, but I can't really remember all the details.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like you need to go again now that you're a little bit older and your memory is a little bit stronger?
Yeah.
Because when you went, if your brother was 2, then you were about 5.
That was about a year ago. That's because I was 5 a year ago.
Yeah, but you're going to be 7 in like a month. So it's almost 2 years ago.
Wait, when is this March?
This is 2019. This is March 2019. So in a few
What
weeks.
comes after March?
Girl.
What? I can't remember.
April.
No, there's one more month. And then it's 2 more months, and then it's my birthday.
Yeah, your birthday will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much for spending this time with me to talk about this experience. And I actually have another experience that I would like to talk to you about because, you're my ride or die. You're my ace boon. And we like to do little things together without the boys. So next time we'll talk about another experience that we've had together as besties. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Afros and Pixie Dust. I am your host, June, and I had so much fun having my little dish chat with my boo-boo, Miss K-May, that I decided to have her back on to talk about another little experience that we've had together on one of our trips, which was doing a little fun run. So, Miss K, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hello. Why am I just like, hello? It sounds like I'm going to say something else, what I'm thinking.
Yeah. What are you thinking? What's on your brain?
Nothing. I was about to say what you said.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that we are going to be talking about the Beignet Dash.
Yes. We're going to talk about the Beignet Dash, and that is a fun run that is held at the Port Orleans Resort on Walt Disney World. So at Walt Disney World, they have fun runs in a few of the resorts. I didn't do my research before recording this, so I can't tell you all of them, but One of them, and one of the more popular ones, is the Beignet Dash at Port Orleans Resort. Another one I do know of is there is a run at, I believe, Saratoga Springs, and don't quote me on this, but I believe there is also one at Wilderness Lodge. So we chose the Beignet Dash for
fun.
Yes, for fun and for food.
Yes, and for food, of course.
So the Beignet Dash is a 1.5 mile run around the Port Orleans Resort grounds, where you pretty much have an untimed race. You get to the resort at around 7:30, and you register on arrival. You get a bib, which also doubles as your voucher for your beignets, and you also get a water bottle because it's Florida and that equals hot. And we did do this run in July, but it was early morning, so it wasn't too unbearable. And you get to run around the resort. We weren't staying at Port Orleans. We were staying somewhere else. So it was a good way to kind of get a tour of the resort and to do something fun and to have some food and bond, right? So the morning that we went was actually the day after Toy Story Land opened, and we went to that opening early in the morning.
Yeah, me and Judah were super tired. I'm like, please, could you just skip this and go back to sleep?
Yeah, that was a long morning.
Yeah, it was a long way. I thought it would be like 3 minutes. Instead, it was above and beyond.
Yeah. So we were a little tired, and I wasn't sure if we were actually going to do it the next day. The next day was going to be our rest day, and we didn't have anything planned. We were going to just hang out at the resort and maybe go to Disney Springs in the afternoon. But I set my alarm, and I wasn't going to do it. But then I asked you if you wanted to do it, and you said yeah. And so that motivated me to get up and go. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did get up, and we got ready, and of course we had to coordinate. You know what coordinate means?
No.
What? Okay. Well, that means when you match or you dress alike so that, you look similar to the person you're with. And we dressed up like
The Incredibles.
Yes, The Incredibles, because we love that movie.
Yeah, we literally had June.
You call up my government now? Okay. All right. I guess I'm June today. All right. Go ahead.
My mom made us some Incredibles t-shirts that says the Incredible Santios.
Yeah, so you wore your Incredible Santil shirt, and I had a workout outfit that was Incredibles. So we wore that to run, and we got there just in time to register, and
we were also the last ones to get to the finish.
Yeah. So we took our time. We were tired. I think that was okay. And I love the fact that they didn't pressure us to hurry up. I didn't even know we were the last ones because we were so busy just like...
You're talking and walking and walking.
Yeah, we were talking and walking and really enjoying looking at the resort grounds. Do you remember anything about that resort?
I do remember that there was a big house.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's supposed to look like New Orleans. And so that's why the houses kind of look the way they did. Or the hotels, the hotel buildings. And it has a little bit of a bayou theme to it.
Oh, yeah, it does, because the little alligators inside the little park.
Yeah, they have little alligator statuettes that are playing music and dressed up like a band. Yeah. Jinx! Yeah. So I think I would like to stay in this resort one day. It looks very beautiful.
Me too.
Yeah.
So the next time we do the beignet race, we'll get there early, stinking burly.
Why?
So we won't be late.
Oh, but we weren't late. We got there right on time.
Yeah.
So we did take our time, and we actually ended up talking to one of the cast members who was
On a bike.
Yeah, she was on a bike.
And she was helping us get to the finish line.
Yeah, she took her time, and she rode next to us while we walked, and talked to us, and everyone was cheering us the whole way. And then, remember when we got close to the finish line? Do you remember what we were doing?
Yeah, we were running so fast because when I saw light coming through, I was running so fast so I could break the ribbon.
So you could break the what?
The ribbon.
The ribbon? Oh, you wanted to break the ribbon.
Yeah, I thought there was a ribbon at the end.
Yeah. And then we got, what did we get at the end of the race?
We got little necklaces.
Yeah, we got little medallion awards. I don't know what to call it. Medals. And they were beads, kind of like Mardi Gras beads, with the little Mardi Gras medallion at the bottom. And I thought that was a little cool touch. And I think I still have mine. Do you still have yours?
No.
I think I have yours.
No, I don't think that, because I remember due to breaking something at the hotel.
Oh, but I fixed it. It wasn't that hard to fix. Thank goodness for being crafty. And then once we were done, what else did we get to do?
Eat! No, take pictures. I was gonna say, eat Beignet Dash! They were super good. I didn't even know about them, but when I ate them, I was about to say, I'm gonna eat all of them.
Yeah. So once we finished the race, we took a couple of pictures with the Mardi Gras, I guess, king. And then we went to the Sasagula Floatworks and Food Factory, and we ripped off the bottom portion of our bib, our running bib, and that was our voucher to get 3 beignets each. So we went there and we got those beignets, and we took them to go because we were nice enough to share with the boys. Those beignets.
There was 6.
There were 6, and we're nice. We're nice people.
and in the picture it sees me eating a beignet like that.
So was that your first beignet?
Yeah, that was my first beignet.
I think that was my first beignet too.
But
Interesting.
how did you know about beignets?
I mean, I read.
Oh.
Hello.
I don't really see you read very often,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mommy does read. It's fundamental.
I don't really read very often inside the day. Only at night when I can't go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, you read at school.
Well, I don't read at school.
No.
I don't really think so.
So how do you do your math problems?
My math problem?
Yeah.
I read on
Exactly. You read every day in every way. You just don't realize that you're reading.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty.
Yeah.
When you're learning and you don't realize you're learning.
Yeah. Sometimes someone texts to the book that when someone's calling me, I can't even hear them.
Yeah.
I'm so intense, like, copy, go, copy, go, copy. I'm like, and I'm still reading.
Yeah.
And I'm super quiet.
Yeah. That's okay. So, would you want to do this race again?
Yes, pretty please, yes. Pretty please, yes. Yes, pretty please, yes. This time, can we get for 3 pieces. If Daddy and Judah come, then we could get 4 to 3 pieces of the beignets, I think.
Yeah. So if Daddy and Jay came, we would have even more beignets.
Yeah.
Or we could just go to the food court and get the beignets. Which one would you prefer to do? You don't want to run. You don't want to run for food.
I want to run for food too, okay. so I could get off on my diet and then eat.
Okay.
That's how much I love eating.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have dinner and when I go to bed, I'm surprisingly hungry again.
You gotta eat more hearty foods so that it can sit in your belly and you'll be full and you can sleep.
Sometimes when I go to sleep and I'm hungry, I literally don't feel hungry the next morning.
So you have to be patient.
Yes, I have to be patient.
Okay.
Sometimes I just dream about food and then I'm not hungry anymore.
Interesting. So
I don't know why I am the first one to get up inside the morning. It makes no sense.
You're an early riser. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a measure of greatness. You know, a lot of very successful, productive people get up early, very early in the morning.
Like you did and I did for the race.
Yeah, well, it wasn't super duper early, but it was kind of early for how long of a day we had the day before.
Yeah, it wasn't that early. Like 10 a.m. early. It wasn't that early.
It was actually earlier than that. It was 7 a.m., but I hear you. So with that, we'll wrap up. Is there anything you want to let everyone know about this race or this experience? Any final thoughts?
Actually, no.
Okay. I'll end this by saying that I really enjoy Run Disney races, and I think that it's really cool that they have these fun runs for people that may not actually be able to complete a longer race, even a 5K. And it's also a great opportunity to get to see other resorts and spend time in other areas that are not the park. And, you know, it was very affordable. I want to say it was about $15.
15? Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the cost of the beignets. So it's, you know, you get to run, you get some water, and you get some beignets, and you get to hang out with some really cool cast members in a really cool resort. And so I would highly recommend it. Would you highly recommend it? Or would you, bless you, would you kind of recommend it?
Kind of. I'm going to go.
Okay. All right. I lost my guess. So I guess that means that this...
Yeah, I'm going to come back in a second. Well, you're going to be over.
Okay. I'll see you later, babe.
See you later, alligator.
All right. So with that, we'll say goodbye. Thanks for listening. You've just heard my interview with my daughter, K-May. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun to do. It really helped me get some insight into her thoughts on some of the experiences that we've had in the past, and let me know whether or not I need to repeat these experiences. And from the sound of it, it sounds like I do. At least for the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, she could use a refresher on that experience. And we always actually like to do races together, so I'm always down to do a fun run with her. She's a blast. So I hope you all have an amazing Sunday. I know I will. And until next time, never stop deep conditioning or pursuing your happiness.